Good afternoon and welcome to VicMania Thursday Night Racing. This week we are at Imola. This week a 90-minute race with 2 compulsory pit stops, both pit stops requiring both fuel and tyres. Here are the qualifying results. Pole position to Joslin with a 140.745. Lights out and away we go at Imola. It was a clean start for all races, however Dill Lester had a bit of a struggle straight through Tamburello. Hamilton popped his nose to get some vision for Piratella. This led Eagles to run a little bit wide, giving him space, and Hamilton took the move at Acqua Minerale. Eagles missed his braking point going into Ravazza, spinning off into the gravel. He would then pit to take himself out of the traffic queue. Heckinger got a run on Wolfe out of Variante Alta, down to Ravazza. He went for the position, didn't quite pull it off though. Contact was made at Ravazza too, and this led the tail enders to go 4 wide down the front straight. A lap and a half in, Joslin had already built a commanding lead over Jack Tunks. Lap 3, Reynolds went for a failed move at Tamburello on Icarus. Positions 4, 5 and 6 were running close together. Skinny Luke, Christian Wells and Phil Hamilton. Hamilton gaining on Wells, but we'll come back to that one later on. Icarus had a bad run through Variante Alta, allowing Reynolds through. A near identical position change between Fletcher and Wolfe the following lap. Tunks became the first to fall victim to the curbs at Villeneuve, though he would not be the last for this race. Unable to get past Ing on track, McMillan opted to pit, becoming the first to pit after Eagles. Back to Christian Wells and Hamilton. Contact was about to be made into Tamburello, both drivers arguing over the same piece of road. The following lap, Hamilton became another person to be bitten by the Villeneuve chicanes, launching the back end of the Porsche, and in hindsight having a rather poor re-entry to the track. Jared came into Acqua Minerale a little bit too hot, losing 2 positions to Will Pay and Noel Reynolds in the process. End of lap 14 into Ravazza, and the Nazi plane manufacturer takes the position from the Nazi tank manufacturer. At the same time, Hamilton found the curb at Villeneuve for the second time. Most of the first pit stops were taken between laps 17 and 20, Joslin pitting, allowing Skinny Luke to become the on-track leader for a short period of time, and Jared after him for another lap. Lap 20 and Tunks had to retire due to being unwell. Lap 25 and Will Pay makes a daring attempt on Icarus into Acqua Minerale, making the move stick eventually. A spin for Heckinger at Tamburello, losing out to Wolfer and Ben Fletcher. He get the position back from Fletcher a short while later. Lap 36 and Hamilton received a drive-through for track infringements. The same for Icarus a few laps later. Wolfer lost out after a runaway feline walked across his computer. In other news, police are searching for a cat gone missing Thursday night. If you have any suggestions, let them know. Position battles going on still late into the race. Reynolds and Trev here going at it. Joslin had to return to garage after a runaway nosebleed. This handed the race lead to Vinny with the 24-second lead over Christian Wells. Fletcher had passed Heckinger in the pits, but Heckinger wasn't going anywhere. Contact between Will Pay and Matt Eagles with 3 laps to go. An interesting final lap battle between Heckinger and Fletcher. Victory for Vinny, however, taking the flag alongside Hamilton, who was a lap down. Jozen did manage to re-enter the race, but several laps down. And race results. First, second, third, Vinny, Christian Wells and Skinny Luke. Fastest lap to Vinny with a 140.702. And first, second and third in AM were Jared Ing in 6 overall, then Heckengo and Ben Fletcher. And the championship stand-ins, bad result for Jozen and Tunks, both losing out on points. Skinny Luke and Trev McMillan are close together. Noah Reynolds and Will Pay on identical points, with Vinny not too far behind him. And a little bit further down, a short gap between Hamilton and Jared Ing. And even further down, Heckinger and O'Brien are sitting very close together. Thanks for joining us. Next week we wrap up season 16B at the Nürburgring GP track.